Well, greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome back once again, or for the very first time, to the Farts and Crap Show, where today I'm going to show you guys how to install a 3D NAND SSD to a PS4 Pro or PS4. If you like the video or want to support the channel, you know what to do. Like and subscribe, very helpful. So let's go ahead and get right to it. There's going to be an extra section at the end of this video, so if you see the runtime and you're like, wow, this is kind of long. This is also our 1,000 subscriber special, so I'm going to be doing some stuff related to that at the end of the video, but I will be sure to run through this process in less than 10 minutes. So, first thing you are going to need is the actual SSD you choose to use, a prying tool to get the protective door cover off of the PS4, well, the PS4 Pro that is, and a Phillips head screwdriver, roughly about 2.0 gauge, and a USB thumb drive. And you're going to need a DualShock 4 controller. Now, if you don't want to go through all of that, and you have a couple of these, let's say USB-A to 2.5 inch SSD adapter, or 2.5 inch SATA adapter, you don't need to go through any of this. Just use a free cloning software tool and literally clone the PS4 hard drive to your new hard drive, and then swap out the old for the new, and then you're done. It may take a little bit of time, but it is going to save you quite a few hours of re-downloading software and backing up files. So if that sounds better to you, then I would recommend doing that, and I will leave a link to everything that you may want for this process, including these adapters, in the description below. Alright, first thing you're going to want to do is go to this URL, PlayStation. I'm not going to read that whole thing, and that's why it's on screen, and follow the PS4 reinstall system software instructions. So, using a PC or Mac, create a folder named PS4 on the root of the USB drive, formatted as FAT32 or NTFS. It doesn't have to be FAT32. Inside that folder, create another folder named Update. Make sure these are all caps as well. PS4 all caps, Update all caps. Alright, step 2, visit the PS4 System Software Update page and select the Reinstall System Software section. Download the installation file and save it in the Update folder. We'll get to that in a second. And save the file as ps4update.pup, again, all caps. You shouldn't have to name it that, it should be pre-named as that file already, but if your system does prompt you to name the download, make sure you use that name exactly. Plug the USB drive containing the installation file into the PS4 console, we'll get to that in a minute. Start the PS4 console in safe mode. You actually don't have to do that. Because at this point, if you have your new SSD already installed in your PS4 and the thumb drive with this PS4 folder, with the update folder inside of it, with the update file inside of that into your system, and you try to start it with a blank hard drive, it will actually automatically go into safe mode instead of booting up and failing to boot. So then, as they say in Step 5, select Safe Mode Option 7, Initialize PS4. Reinstall system software. Select the Update from USB storage device and hit OK. Now this is the other page that they said, if you see the hyperlink there, the PS4 System Software Update page, it will take you to this page, or you can just go straight to this page because we already went through the instructions. And then you click that button, and then it will download the actual update file, the PS4 update.pup. And yeah, and again, links will be down there in the description. Now, when you look at the file system for the thumb drive, if this is a thumb drive that you use regularly on your PS4, you might see it already has some folders that looks something like this, and that's totally fine. there's probably already a PS4 folder in the root, and it might have some folders already for like save data backup, screenshots, that sort of thing. So just go ahead and add the update folder if it's not already there, and then put the update file in there. Then go ahead and safely eject the USB thumb drive from the computer and set it off to the side for now. Now right away, when you get your SSD, make sure it's the right form factor. Again, it needs to be a 2.5-inch SATA hard drive. From what I've heard, the hard drive that comes pre-installed in the PS4 Pro is actually SATA 2. It's very, very slow. This particular SSD is about 5.5 times that speed on paper. In practice, it's still a good deal faster. I went with Crucial's MX500 because it's kind of the best reviewed one, and Crucial, I've gone through them before for like different computer products, and they're always fantastic, always. I have heard it does need to be thinner than 9mm, and that's just because of the hard drive tray that actually has to go into the PS4. So yeah, make sure it's aligned the right way. Again, when you pull it up and the tray is up, pins are up, okay? Now this particular hard drive came with what I assume is like a mounting bracket that kind of is supposed to go under the SSD to lift it to be at about the right height for something like this. It wasn't. It was still too short, but it might help you kind of get the screws back into place, the mounting screws, to keep the SSD in place in the tray. So if that helps you, cool. It's a little bit, mine was a little bit too small though, so let me know if you came across that problem in the comments. I would definitely be interested. And then you want to reinsert it into your PS4 and go through those steps that they mentioned earlier. This is the step where you actually do need a DualShock 4. In safe mode, you don't need the DualShock 4 connected. It says connect it, but you can use an officially licensed PS4 controller, like from Nacon or Hori. You can use certain adapters in safe mode, but for this part you actually do need the DualShock 4. No other controller, as far as I can tell, will work, and I do have a couple that are compatible with my PS4. So, I believe that is going to end this portion, yep, of the tutorial, and we are at 8 minutes, cool. So there's one other thing I wanted to go over with you guys real quick. Now, before you do any of this, okay, when you still have the old hard drive, like in your PS4, you may think, okay, well, what about backing up stuff, right? I tried going the recommended way, going to System, going to Backup and Restore, and then backing up the PS4, and then ignoring all this other crap, and just going through here. I selected 0 applications, except for the very small ones that were less than a gigabyte. The save data, the captures, I said sure, it's only 12 megabytes, who cares. The themes, and I selected about 15 gigabytes of data. It was going to take about 3 hours to back this up to my thumb drive. This could be because I have an old, like, USB 3.0 USB Type A thumb drive from PNY, and it's not very fast, okay? Especially for like write speeds. That's probably why it was slow. If you're using a fast external SSD already, or a USB 3.1 thumb drive that maybe has like speeds comparable to something like a SATA 3, you're probably fine. And if you went ahead and cloned your PS4's stock hard drive to your new hard drive, you don't have to do any of this anyway. To me, the most important thing was my progress in my games. Everything else, I didn't really care. So I just did what I do periodically. And instead of going into System, you want to go to Application Save Data Management. You select the save data in your system storage, essentially, you know, all the progress you've made in games and stuff, and copy to USB storage. Alright. Now, I do this every so often, especially before I delete games off of my hard drive, temporarily or permanently, whatever. And this is much, much faster. Backing up, I believe it was 142 pieces of save data. Took about 9 minutes, 8 minutes, probably. Like the time it took to watch this part of the video. And yeah, as you can see, I have a lot of save data. But a lot of this is because I copied it to the USB storage before. So when you're restoring it, essentially you just do this the other way around. When you first go in, you select Save Data on USB Storage Device, copy to System Storage, and once you do this and start your game, it'll automatically, like, your save data will be right there. So you can just continue from where you left off. And of course, as I mentioned, my thumb drive is not very fast, so it takes a second. And you can select multiple and just select all and then just copy. I already did this though, so I'm not going to do it again because this is slightly older save data from what I have on my system right now. So, and yeah, that's how you do that. Unfortunately, going through this way, it's not going to keep your settings, but if you don't want to do that either, you could just go to the backup thing and then only back up your settings. It might not take all that long, and there is that option. So yeah, that is going to do it for this video, for the tutorial portion. I'm going to get to some benchmarks for games that take a while to load sometimes, that are PS4 Pro enhanced. So Red Dead Redemption 2, Cyberpunk 2077, and Code Vein all have had PS4 Pro patches, and therefore should already be using the extra power of the PS4 Pro. And we're going to do some load time comparisons. So I am going to open the application that I had to use for this specific instance for a stopwatch overlay. Oops, that already has a... There we go. Perfect. We're going to start with one of my favorite games to play recently has been Code Vein. But yeah, guys. Again, I'm doing this because recently the channel hit 1,000 subscribers, and I wanted to do something that would increase the longevity of my PS4 Pro because I really love this system. And an SSD install just seemed like the best way to reduce the amount of time that we spend on the show doing this. Just like sitting as I pull some words out of the ether and wait for something to happen on screen. And I feel like cumulatively, that's a lot of time. That's a lot of time. So if I can just like shave that down, that'd be great. And it's still basically impossible to get a PS5 at MSRP. And I'm not paying scalper prices, so as we wait for the PlayStation 5s to become more widely available, and you can actually like get one from a store or off the internet, that would be nice, right? I thought, you know, I'll just improve my PS4 Pro. So let's go ahead and continue. Is it gonna ask me which one? Hold on, we'll hit load. And then start the timer. But yeah, thank you guys so much for 1,000 subs. It means the world to me. I've been wanting to do YouTube for a long time. Oh wow, okay, that was like less than 20 seconds. I didn't quite stop it in time. Let's just say 20 seconds. Before, when I did this benchmark, it actually took 18 seconds. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, it just, I don't know, YouTube just combines... It's kind of a culmination of a lot of the things that I'm interested in and I've been like decent at. Because I mean, like video production, audio engineering, gaming, voice work. It's a lot of the... I love all that stuff. And YouTube kind of allows me to do all of it. And like monetize it. That's great. Now that we're finally there, it's amazing. It's incredible. So I do want to start doing more stuff that's not strictly Let's Plays, you know? Videos like this that, again, have to do with gaming, but it's more about the science and technology of gaming. So, yeah, I can't actually do any of this. Once I select one of these, I think it's going to... where's the other one? Yeah, the naturalist thing looks cool. I want... Jade wants to get into this. Anyway, so it's going to start the load screen as soon as I do this. Alright. Start the timer. And this one can take forever sometimes. It's usually only the initial load. Like if you die and then you have to respawn, it's not nearly as long. But yeah, when you first load up the game and you load up your file, it seems to be with online. Red Dead Online takes longer than the base game. But it's probably because it's like not just loading the game, but also like server stuff, a lot of multiplayer, a lot of connections and all that junk. So this one can take upwards of a minute sometimes less, but yeah, it looks like we're gonna hit about a minute. Yep. And a minute 10. Minute 14. Why is it so dark? Huh. Well, that's weird. Not sure why it's so dark, but yeah, it was a minute 14. Cool. Yeah, also Red Dead Online is still $5 to those of you who haven't picked it up yet. It is going back to its regular price of 20 in about a week, I think. So if been wanting to try it out, you're not sure if you want to actually play the full game, I'd say definitely pick up Red Dead Online for $5. It's a very good multiplayer experience if that's the kind of like sandboxy, open world, kind of 1800s GTA kind of thing. It might be something you really enjoy. So we'll go ahead and close that up. And then we gotta reset the timer. There we go. And this is actually the one that I've seen the biggest improvement from. I was actually kind of astounded when I first loaded up Cyberpunk after doing this install, because it was like night and day. It was huge. But yeah, thank you all for the support, guys. It means so much to me. And as we head into our next milestone, which is 2,000 subs, I'm looking to make sure it's something that you guys are excited about. You know, just trying to make entertaining, informative, comedic, like technological videos, you know. Of course, we have always been a gaming channel, and we will do gaming videos every day. But every so often, if I find something that I can do a guide for, or a tutorial, or just something where I feel like, hey, I feel like I should make a video about this, I'm gonna do it. So, oh wait, start.
Hey everyone, welcome to Info.
There we go.
Say, did you lose power yesterday too?
Yeah, this used to take a long time. Like Red Dead Online. Like, oh, at least a minute. Sometimes a minute and a half. Boom. about 22 seconds. So yeah, huge. Huge. Massive gains. Yeah. And I know some people use some different games as benchmarks, like Horizon Zero Dawn, God of War, Marvel Spider-Man, you know, Final Fantasy VII Remake. That would have been a good one too. The exclusives, right? Because that's what people have. A lot of people have PS4s for. But yeah, that is going to do it for this episode. And yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. This took a lot of research and prep to make, so that's why it took a while. I also wasn't feeling that great for a couple days, so I was like, had to have a decent speaking voice and be able to focus on things. And yeah, this is it's been a fantastic journey so far. It's really just starting, which is really cool. So thank you all for being here. I will keep comments open, comments enabled. Two other things real quick. Well, let me finish. So I will keep comments enabled, so if you have a specific question or a comment on anything I mentioned, please leave it down there. That'd be great. I get to all of those amazing things. I moderate all the comments for this channel. And to really like double down on like just this channel and everything I do and all that stuff for it, I used to just stream on Twitch 3 times a week, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday night. Been doing that for a while, and those are going to be here on YouTube now. Like, we're not going to be streaming on Twitch at all anymore. So, which brings me to my other point that I recently heard, that certain YouTube features may not roll out to channels that have a lot of content that is ineligible for monetization. Now, I bring that up because I have a lot of content that's not eligible. Now, it's not eligible because I indicated that it should be 18 plus material. Because over on Twitch, my whole channel was 18 plus. Because it was a lot of uncut, unfiltered opinions and language, and I wanted to encourage people to be themselves and not censor themselves, as long as it didn't go into areas of hate speech or demeaning any persons or groups of people. So as long as you're respectful, we didn't care what you did or what you said or what, any of that, you know? And because we wanted to make people, we wanted to cultivate an experience of acceptance. And that was my way of doing it. It still kind of is, and it still is, largely. And I know there are some streamers that I know that that will just stay on Twitch, and that's what they'll do. That's fine. If you like Twitch better, that's fine. Whatever. However, it didn't make sense to keep doing it. I've been saying privately for months, even over a year now, like if we get monetized on YouTube, I'm just gonna quit Twitch. And so that's what I'm doing. There are some things I will miss about it, but this channel is much more important to me, and it's much more sustainable, and it leaves me, it's more fulfilling personally. And I think that's what it comes down to. But yeah, eventually we do want to make sure that we have the means to bring you guys really great videos every day. For now, we are doing what we can with what we have. But anyway, we will address stuff as it comes down the pipeline. So I'm not going to get into everything right now, but a lot of the stream archives from Twitch on this channel are going away. If they were marked as 18 plus, as a kind of a blanket thing, they are basically going to be destroyed. Deleted. Because, again, since that was 18 plus on Twitch, I made sure it was marked as 18 plus on YouTube. However, having a lot of things that are 18 plus, that's kind of a problem. And the only series that I'm going to have that's going to have some of them be 18 plus and some of them not 18 plus is going to be God Eater 2. Because it's more recent. And I'm not ready to restart this one yet. I could, but I haven't. I don't know. I don't know yet. But a lot of the older ones, it's just been too long. I can't say for sure if a lot of them. I can't tell you. I couldn't tell you which ones don't really need to be 18 plus and which ones do. Alright. But most of them are getting deleted, so if you want to check any of those out, maybe go over to twitch.tv/thefartsandcrapshow and watch those before they are gone. However, all of the decisions I'm going to be making for this channel are for the sake of the channel, and we're just going to kind of do that moving forward. So, I mean, I can tell by the view times, analytics and stuff, not a lot of people watch those anyway. So, but if you have a favorite and you want me to revisit it, I eventually want to do that, where I revisit all of the games that I streamed in some capacity and do either their own series or stream them again, something of that nature. So also, if you want to get all the updates for the channel and you don't want to count on notifications for YouTube or Twitter, or you don't use Twitter, I now have a link in my banner on this channel, the channel banner for Discord. If you want to join the Discord, chat with like-minded people, get the updates directly from me for the show, that sort of thing. And yeah, that's kind of everything. So yeah, thank you guys for being here. I'm really glad we're only at 30 minutes, because initially when I recorded this, it was a lot longer, and I said, I can't upload this. I just ramble on for like an hour about nothing. But those are the things to note. Stream archives are going away that were marked as 18 plus. Except for a few that I know are okay, that will be monetized or revisited. And some of those have already been marked as being okay. So it might be obvious to you guys if you like to browse some of our stuff on this channel, the different playlists that I've created where each series lives, essentially, because every full series has its own playlist. So some of those are going away if they were streamed, basically. And all the streams in the future will be here on the Farts and Crap Show on YouTube. And stuff. We love you guys. Thank you so much for all the support and sticking around, just everything. It's huge. It's huge. So that's all I got for now. If you have any other questions or comments on anything I mentioned, go ahead and put it in the comments section. I go through every single comment on every single video and upload and stream. I moderate all of them, so I will read your comment. And I will get to it as soon as I can. I will reply as soon as I can. And that's gonna do it for today, I think. I don't think there's anything else. But this is a big, like, 1,000 subs thank you, channel update, tutorial, all in one. It's like a mega episode, and I'm hoping you guys like that sort of thing. I think that's all I wanted to talk about, so leave it in the comments if there's anything else you want to know. Like and subscribe on your way out. It massively helps the channel, really does. It's the best thing you can do for small channels, like and subscribe. And also ad blockers. I know ads can be annoying, but a lot of channels rely on that revenue. So you can skip most of them after a couple seconds anyway. So anyways, have a beautiful day. Thank you guys. And until next time, peace out.